Listening to the Christmas lunch with me, Emma B, and the utterly brilliant Mr. Robbie Williams.
It's so lovely to see you. I'm loving your hair. I'm loving the lighting. I'm loving what your face is doing.
Thank you so much. But that's what you do, you see, Robbie. We can't have a Christmas. We can't have a smiley Christmas without you and your Christmas songs, of which you have a new one out. Please tell us all about your new song. It's amazing.
I have a new song that's called Can't Stop Christmas. And I put a Christmas album out last year. And obviously, with a Christmas album, I wanted to go again. And my wife was like, "What are you going to do with the Christmas album this year?" And I said, "Well, I'll just release something off the album," because I wrote like 50 songs for that album. And I didn't fancy writing a new one. And she was like, "No, you've got to write a new one." And I was like, I don't want to write a new one. "No, you should write it. Look, we're in COVID. It's lockdown. You've got to come up with something that's fitting for the time." And I was like, she's normally right. So begrudgingly, I went into the studio and started to write a song with my friend Carl Brazil, and came up with a song called Can't Stop Christmas, which is, I suppose, about what's happening on the planet right now.
Before we do anything else, let's hear it because it is fantastic. It's Robbie Williams and Can't Stop Christmas. It's the Christmas lunch on Magic. We're still joined by, I can't believe me, look, it's Mr. Robbie Williams still with us. As I was introducing you and trying to say the word sous chef, I almost called you Mr. Christmas. Now, is it fair enough to say that you have taken that crown now?
I don't think so. I think Mr. Bublé will forever be Mr. Christmas, but I'll be Mr. Christmas's mate.
That's fair enough, isn't it? That's fair enough. What it doesn't,
Yeah.
I mean, clearly you love Christmas. The album last year was absolutely rammed with Christmas spirit. Do you naturally feel excited when it comes towards Christmas? Do you have to put some tinsel up and some decorations before you're in the mood?
I didn't used to. It used to be, I don't know, I think Christmas used to be a time where you're surrounded by the television and the radio going, "You should be feeling festive and your family should love you and everything should go great." And it was like the direct opposite of what was happening in my life at the time. So it was just kind of like a miserable, sad time. And then it just became like, if Christmas was on a Tuesday, it'd be like, "It's just Tuesday, whatever." And then my wife happened to me, and she is the spirit of Christmas. And she gave me back, like some soppy saccharine film, she gave me back the spirit of Christmas. And now it is jointly our favorite time of the year. And I absolutely adore Christmas, all thanks to my wife.
Do you so you absolutely, you embrace it, you go for it. Do you have matching Christmas onesies?
We have matching Christmas onesies. We have matching Christmas pajamas. Myself and my wife and the four children. Also, like when Ida and I became engaged, it was as soon as she got her feet under the table, she was just like, "Right, I'm going to rock this place now. This vision in brown that you've got, that is your house, that's going to go. And I am going to put that many decorations on the house that we will be seen from the space station." And I came home one day and I was like, wow, okay. There was just like nodding reindeers and elves, and the house was it was like if Hansel and Gretel visited the house made of candy, our house would have been, it was like Blackpool. She never heard of Blackpool, of course, being from California, but I had.
Please don't go anywhere, Robbie. We've got loads of Christmas lunch here on Magic. Oh, we're having a lot of fun today. We still have with us Mr. Christmas's mate. It's Robbie Williams. All right, so it's Christmas Day in the Williams household. Who gets up first? And how does the day go? What's the ideal scenario?
To be honest with you, we surround ourselves with our favorite people at Christmas. And it's not just about Christmas Day itself. It's about the the films and the merriment and people drinking. I mean, I don't drink, but people drink around me and they get merry. And then I get to watch what they're like on different kinds of alcohol. And I find that my wife is a really, really good drunk on rum. So I sort of try and get her to drink rum as much as possible. I try to get her to stay away from the white wine because she's sort of like Joan Rivers on white wine.
Right, Robbie, I'm going to have to ask you about this. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah.
You will have heard this story because I know that you have a great interest and passion in extraterrestrial activity.
Right.
The story goes that recently it came out about a man from Bradford who claims that you were both abducted by aliens. This was only last week, back in 1999. What I like most about this story was not that he was surprised about being abducted or was distressed about being abducted, but he was really genuinely over the moon to have met you whilst being abducted. And he generates
I don't.
You know about this story?
Yeah, I do know about that story. Yeah, everybody sent it to me. I just think that, you know, in the story, he says, I'm sure I know you from somewhere. And how I can tell that's not true, the turn of the century, I was one of the most famous people in the world. So, you know, I would love to believe that I was on a spaceship and he saw me. If he saw me, he'd be like, there's Robbie Williams. So,
Well, exactly. My thoughts entirely. Very true.
Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
We are joined by Robbie Williams, who is live in Los Angeles. Do you ever miss the driving rain of a British Christmas?
You would think that it would be peculiar having Christmas in the sun, but it's not. I don't know if I prefer them, but I don't feel as though I'm missing out with not having, you know, sort of depressing sky hanging over you and biting cold.
Okay. Now, one of the things that I think the nostalgia about Christmas and songs is it takes us back to childhood Christmases, however they were. If there is one song that kind of takes you back, that just sort of reminds you being a little boy, a little kid at Christmas, which Christmas song would that be?
I suppose that it would be Last Christmas by Wham.
Well, listen, we're going to play it for you now. This is amazing to have you with us here on the Christmas lunch. We're really crossing our fingers and hoping that you are going to be able to do something a little bit special for us very soon that is Christmassy and singy, like singing and Christmassy, which you are really rather good at. Thank you so much, Robbie.
Listen, it's on. I'll do it. It's always lovely to see you.
Have an amazing Christmas with your beautiful family. Lots of love to Ida, and you take care. See you very soon,
Lots of love, darling. You be well.